So the components must have these things. Number one is you must match the sentiment of your prospective buyers. And how do you do that? Well, you're going to do that through conversations. Right now the sentiments in the marketplaces are interest rates are high, affordability is low for custom homes. Remodeling, a lot of people have paused because to go out and get a HELOC right now, you're talking maybe 8+% or 9 in some cases. It's costs more money to borrow. There's still plenty of people out there willing to pay cash though, so those people are still buying, but a large portion of the marketplace has paused. So that means that there's more builders chasing fewer leads, which makes it tougher to get them in the door. So the sentiment of prospective buyers it must match that. So certain offers are going to appeal to your leads based on what the current market conditions are. So in a tougher market condition, you're going to do things a little bit differently than say when things are really hot, And of course, we just came out of a really hot market with COVID where we didn't have enough labor, we had supply chain issues, we had a huge backlog, and we were sort of telling people, hey, the price is the price. I don't care if you don't go, you don't build, because I've got 16 people behind you. So we have a different offer when it comes to that. So now things have changed. So again, just remember that you got to match the sentiment of prospective buyers. Now, number two, your offer really should be based on the time of year and the strength of your local market. I have found the best time to throw an offer out to your database of unsold leads or even your past clients, if you're a remodeler, right after the first of the year. Because a lot of people, they entertain the holidays and they look around at their house and go like, oh, I don't like my kitchen anymore. I don't like my bathroom, or my house is too small, or, I want to downsize, it's too big, that sort of thing. So people come to the right of the year and if everything's fresh, you're like, you know what, this year I want to do something different. So to come out right away with an offer is a great time to do it. Now I'm going to do a different offer in, say, when I get to summer and maybe in the fall, or even different times of the year than I am going to do in the spring. So I should say the winter, which is January, right after the first of the year. So this is now the offers coming up is going to be all about Happy New Year. Hey, if you're considering doing this, here's what we can do for you. That's kind of how this offer is going to work. Okay, number three, you want to use expiration dates and or a limited number of whatever your offer is to create urgency. Remember, you have to create scarcity in order to create urgency. So if you want people to say, yes, I'm interested, you have to tell them that this offer is only available for a limited time and or there's only a certain number of these available. And then finally, you want to focus your offer around design is the best, okay? Because people, their first question is, what can I build? And then you start with timing. That's also another good one. And this goes back to the old sales adage. If I say, hey, Diana, when do you want to start on your remodeling project? The typical answer is, oh, I'm in no hurry. But if I say, hey, Diana, how soon do you want to be living in and enjoying your new kitchen or your new bathroom? That sort of thing. Everyone has an idea of when they want to be done. And oftentimes, of course, that revolves around some date. So school starting, we have a birthday party coming up, or a graduation, that sort of thing. So there's usually some sort of date there. So they know when they want to be done, but nobody's in a hurry to get started. So timing is also important too. Number three, like if you are selling spec homes, okay, so if you have a low inventory market, one of your offers you can put out there is like, hey, available inventory. If you would like to know about available inventory that is not on the multiple listing service, in other words, you're looking for a home, you can't find one. I have something. If you want information on that, you need to take action. So that's a good offer. And then finally, location. If you have a high demand location, you only have a few lots to sell or a few available lots that are still prime. That's a good one. I'm working on that with a client right now. So anyway, let me just run through that again because I gave you a lot. So what are the components of a good offer? Number one, it must match the sentiment of your prospective buyer. It should change based on the time of year and the strength of your local market. You want to use expiration dates and or a limited number of these to create urgency through scarcity, and then focus that offer around design, timing of when they can have the project finished. If you have available inventory, if you're building spec homes and or have lots that are in high demand areas or a low inventory environment.